Physical literacy means developing the foundations of movement, as well as the knowledge, behaviors, and creativity that are necessary for us to live actively. Let's take a look at the movement aspect of physical literacy through the elementary ages. When did you start your journey into physical literacy? Well, that was as soon as you started crawling. Ages 0 through 6 is all about the start of general movement skills. This means an exploration of risks and limits in a safe environment, usually under the watchful eye of a guardian. Moving into ages 6 through 9, we start looking into the ABCs of athleticism: agility, balance, coordination, speed, running, jumping, and throwing. There should still be an emphasis on fun, and the discovery of what your body can do. From 9 through 12, we start looking into overall sport and task skill development. More complex skills can be introduced as kids become ready. According to the Canadian Society for Exercise Physiology, children and youth between the ages of 5 through 17 should have at least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity per day. You might be noticing an issue right about now. In today's technology-enabled world, passive modes of transport and increased screen time via television, internet, and other electronic devices has reduced daily energy expenditure and increased sedentary behavior. The health risks of inactivity are similar to those of tobacco use and have been linked to many major chronic conditions, including coronary heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and breast and colon cancers. But let's stop with the negative and flip this. What can exercise do for you, and why is it so important? Some benefits of physical activity include increased physical and mental health, increased aerobic and musculoskeletal fitness, improved sleep, self-confidence, balance, mobility, as well as better muscle and bone strength. They can help to reduce stress, hypertension, chronic disease, risk, and lower a need for medications. But wait, you might be wondering, don't most of the benefits listed above mainly affect adults? Yes, and this is exactly why healthy behaviors surrounding physical activity need to be instilled at a young age. If you are an active child, you are more likely to become an active adult. While individuals must make their own choices about whether they are going to be active in life, their choices do not exist in a vacuum. Some barriers for physical activity may be lack of time, lack of motivation, fear of being injured, lack of encouragement or social support, lack of confidence in their ability to be physically active, or lack of built infrastructure. It's important to note that many of the above listed barriers can be related back to income and socioeconomic status. Your physical environment and your access to a safe space are directly related to the neighborhood you live in. Access to green spaces, playgrounds, fitness facilities, safe housing, clean air, and water all contribute to good health. I believe that physical literacy is for everyone, but I understand that it may be difficult for some individuals to overcome these challenging circumstances. I'd like to now speak a little to my own journey with physical literacy. I really developed a deeper understanding of the importance of activity through my first degree in kinesiology. A love for human biology pushed me forwards, as did a fascination with the study of movement. After completing my degree, I had the joy of working as a kinesiologist and helping people living with chronic conditions use exercise as a form of medicine. Before all of this, however, one of my first and most transformative encounters with physical literacy was through Polish dance. This was a way for me to stay active while connecting to the culture of my grandparents and my mother. Most importantly, it did what physical activity should. It brought me a level of joy. This is what I hope to bring to my classroom one day. I would like to help my students find the joy in physical activity and movement. If you like it, you're more likely to engage with it. And if you're more likely to engage with it, there's a better chance of it being a lifelong habit. I hope to create lesson plans for my students to allow them to move inside and outside of the classroom. More importantly, I hope that I can encourage them to try new activities, be it soccer, hip-hop, dance, or bowling, as long as they can find the joy in the activity and it can change their life. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.